Robby.
Right around 11 years old, one of my best friends, his dad was a ski and snowboard coach for Wairika High School. I was homeschooled until 6th grade, which means I had a lot of time on my hand, especially in the winter. So I'd get up real early, I'd do all my homework, and then when I was done with that, I would beg my parents or a relative to drive me to ski park so that I could ride. One such week, I was actually having a sleepover at my friend's house, and his dad was home, and he was like, "Why don't you guys just come up and watch the ski and snowboard race with us tomorrow?" And I mean, I lit up like the 4th of July. I was like we can do that? It was super early in the morning. We were at the bottom of Horizon, like where the whole race association has their setup at. And I remember seeing Josh Masters from Wairika High School and Jesse Hall from Mount Shasta High School crest the top of Horizon, coming down into the finish area on these special looking snowboards that I had no clue existed. And they were just making these beautiful turns left and right down courses that were identical, and it was like heaven for me. I was like, I don't know what that is, I don't know what it's called, but I'm gonna do that someday. Everyone talks so much about fear when you're an athlete. It's like, what fears do you have? You know, what keeps you up at night? What keeps you nervous at the top of a race course? And how do you deal with that as you're moving forward? And I think the answer to that is different for every single person. But for me, it's like, you have to continue with what you're doing in spite of the fears you have, the doubts you have, and the things that come in that kind of try to cripple you along your way. Is that I think those things are very real for all people, and we all meet them in some capacity in different walks of life. And for me as an athlete, like, it's really polarized, because my job is to train really hard for 12 months out of the year, stay in top physical shape, and then be able to go to a race on a given day, and I've got 30 seconds to show that I'm doing something right or not. Those 30-second periods that occur not so often, those are what other people define me by. It's really important for me to take a step back always and say, hey, I'm in love with this sport. I love getting better at it. I love learning about my process. And along that road, at every step of the way, I've had to continue on in spite of the fear, or in spite of the self-deprecating beliefs that pop up here and there. I mean, the Olympics are this goal that I've had since I was a kid, since I saw my first race. And I think the big reason why is, you know, you look at what you're doing and you really feel like a true connection to it. I think it's natural to go, like, what could I do with this? One of my big heroes growing up, his name's Zach Kay. He was a professional snowboarder in my discipline from Mount Shasta. And so I kind of got to watch him go through this whole process when I was, you know, like 12, 13, 14 years old. And I just remember, you know, other kids have like Derek Jeter or Michael Jordan. Like, those are who they look to. And for me, it was always Zach. So it was like, Zach's here, he's from my hometown. He's literally traveling the world right now, trying to go to the Olympics, and he's so close. And that whole process for me was like, I want my whole life to be about this. Like, so it would mean everything to me to go to the Olympics.